Welcome to Mark's Finance and Fitness. I have a very exciting video today. I'm going to be revealing my kitchen remodel. So today's topic is investing in your investment, specifically your house, your real estate. Now, if you own a property, it is very essential, in my opinion, to keep it up, to make sure it's updated and ready to go. Because a lot of homeowners these days want a house that's ready to move in and updated. And that means you can leverage the price because they're going to pay premium for that. And that's just how it is these days. And so obviously the two, best rooms in the house to remodel are going to be your bathrooms and your kitchen. And I think the kitchen is the most important because I think it's kind of the focal point. It's where you spend a lot of time. These things can add a lot of value to your home. We're going to go over some statistics and my remodel. So I'm going to show you some before pictures, and then we're going to do a live video in the kitchen to reveal what I have done, as well as just give you some pointers that I've learned from doing my remodel. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about what the average cost of a kitchen remodel is. So according to the data, the average remodel cost is $25,500, but it can easily exceed $50,000, especially for major renovations. There's even some kitchens that run over $100,000. It's insane. Now, my house isn't, a big house. It's a 1,400 square foot home. It's in a neighborhood that's older, but a nice neighborhood. And so you always got to balance, how much you're willing to put into it because there's something called return on your investment. And so that's what we're going to talk about is that the average return on investment for remodeling a kitchen ranges between 70% and 80%. So if you spend $24,000 remodeling your kitchen, that can add $19,200 to the value of your home if you were to sell it, and that's money you'd get back. That's amazing in my opinion because if you're spending 24,000 and you can get back 19,200, technically you take the difference and you're only spending what 5,000-ish dollars if you think of it in that way. Of course, location makes a big difference. The type of upgrades you do, you want to make sure you're doing something that is, the new trend and things like that. My kitchen, in the new kitchen, you're gonna see a lot of gray. I believe that's the way to go, and it's something I think will last a very long time, and it looks really good. I really hope you guys like the remodel that I did that I'll show you here shortly. So the full range of the return of investment of remodeling a kitchen can range from as low as 50% to 93%. But again, the average is between 75 and 80%. So remember, you should at least get 50% on remodeling your kitchen. So you need to keep that in mind when you're spending that much money on doing something like this. So I want to mention some important things to consider that will add more value to your house when you redo your kitchen, some things to really focus on. So obviously getting new cabinets or resurfacing them in a modern way. Again, I think the gray look is really, really in right now and will be for quite a while. Also, the type of handles you put on those cabinets, it all makes a difference. Of course, new countertops is essential in my opinion. I think granite is the top choice, but quartz is right behind. Make sure you get something that is, modern but not too crazy on the eyes. I think it's got to blend in really nice, and that's what you really got to focus on. Of course, you want a modern backsplash that's going to tie everything together from the cabinets to the countertops to the floor. My recommendation with backsplash that I've learned the hard way, buy a sample from the store. I was set on one backsplash, so I decided I might as well buy it just to see how it looks. And when I brought it home, it was ugly. I did not like it, and I'm glad I brought it home, which it led me to a different backsplash that actually worked out really well. And you guys will see that here shortly. Another thing is really focus on the appliances, making sure that you're getting some updated appliances, maybe some touch screens, stuff like that. This is just going to help if you're spending that much money on a kitchen to make sure that your appliances match. Light fixtures, I like the can lighting, the ones that are flush with the ceiling. That's what I went with. An undermount sink is important, and a good sink faucet is also, focal points of the kitchen. So just making sure that you really do your research and make sure you're getting what is going to really look good, and that will bring the attention of buyers if you were to sell your house. Now, some must-dos to help you save some money, some things that I did or wish I would have done. The one thing that I recommend with anything, with any remodel or update to your home, is you want to get at least 3 estimates from contractors or businesses. This is essential because when I was doing my kitchen, I got estimates, I'm not joking about this, ranging from 15,000 up to $80,000. That is ridiculous. And when the guy came and gave me the estimate of 80,000, I just about said, walk out of my house here because that ain't gonna happen. And sometimes you're paying for the name of a company, or you get somebody in there that's really trying to pull a quick one on you. So you really have to make sure you get a range of estimates, and that's going to really help you put things in perspective. So I think that's the number one thing you should do. And when you're looking for someone to work on your kitchen, you want to look for value, like we spoke about, but also quality. Low quality and inexpensive updates to me aren't worth it. It's better to go with the quality and spend a little bit more money, because in the long run you're going to save yourself money, because if you do an inexpensive repair or upgrade to your kitchen, those things will wear out very quick, and they won't, eventually you'll have to do repairs or replacements or a whole another remodel just because you didn't take that little extra cost of buying something a lot better in quality. I've seen it where, places like Home Depot and stuff, they're very low grade end cabinets. The doors don't always close flushly. There's just things that make a big difference when it comes to just stepping up a few grades of quality. So make sure you balance the value and the quality of you know, of the contractor or the business that you're working with, and what products they will be getting or you will be getting. Make sure to buy your own materials if possible. I was able to buy stuff from Costco and Home Depot when these items were on sale, and that saved me a ton of money instead of letting the contractor take over, because and you might want, sometimes they can get a better deal, but usually if you put the time in just to shop around, you can find something that you really like at a really good price. And so I always say put that as an option in there, because places like Home Depot and Costco have sales often, Lowe's, all those other places. The home improvement stores are places that carry home improvement products. Also, a big one for me is do your own painting. Painting, it's not the funnest thing to do, but most people can do painting. Just look at some YouTube videos. There's some good techniques depending on what kind of paint job you're doing. But I painted my whole house, and I guarantee you that saved me a ton of money. And I painted my own kitchen. They offered and they gave me the price, and it was ridiculous. And I already knew I was going to paint my own kitchen. But if you can do it, just paint yourself. It's something that's going to save you a lot of money, and it's not something that requires a lot of, knowledge or technical skill. You just got to really put the time in, which is the downside, and it can be a little tiresome, but it'll save you some money. The other thing is do your own demolition if possible, if there's any demolition that is required. Take your own cabinets off. If you can knock a wall down, but be warned, make sure it's not a supporting wall in your house. But basically, if you could do your own demolition, that can save you a lot of money as well. So that way the contractors can come in and just get started on putting things together. And then lastly, some advice is make sure you're at least planning to stay in your home for a minimum of 5 years or more. Because if you put this much money into your house, in your kitchen, you want to make sure A, you get a chance to enjoy it, right? But B, with everything in this world, the cost of things in normal inflation goes up year over year. And so your kitchen will appreciate, especially if you put good quality products in there. And this will allow you to kind of recoup some of that money as your home appreciates and the kitchen adds that really nice value to your home. And again, you just get to enjoy it, right? It wouldn't be fun to put all this time and effort in remodeling your kitchen if you're not going to be able to enjoy it. Unless if there's the purpose of selling your home and you talk to your real estate agent and make sure you do like a cost analysis if a remodel is worth it or not to sell your home that quickly. But my opinion is if you're gonna do something like this, make sure you're in your house at least 5 years. Lastly, if you're willing to invest and spend, a large amount of money in, doing a remodel to your home, don't be afraid to go in the high end of your budget. And the reason why I say this is the last thing you want to do is spend all that money, put all this time and effort in, and not like the end result. It will bug you every single day and you'll regret it. So make sure you do something that you are going to like, even if it means spending a little bit more money, because when it comes to spending a lot of money, you might as well get something you want. Now, this doesn't mean you do one of those 100,000 plus remodels, but if it's a difference of $5,000 in the long run, it's not that big of a deal and it's going to make your life a lot more happier. And to show some statistics here, this shows that, 33% said that they had a healthier lifestyle after remodeling their kitchen. And I get that because I I just the kitchen that I did, I put a lot of my thought into it and it just brightens up my day every time I walk in there and see it. And that's I know that sounds a little, you know, weird or whatever you may say, but it really does. It really makes me happy to see that kitchen that I put so much work into. Also, 50% said they have more family time. I agree with this. An updated remodel kitchen makes people want to spend more time in that environment. And then 41% said they cook more at home. I am a huge cook. I love to cook. And having a kitchen that you're going to enjoy being in is going to make you cook that more often, which will save you money because going out to eat to me is a big waste of money. Of course, go out, treat yourself every once in a while, but if you're really wanting to save some money, cooking at home is the way to do it. You're going to save a ton of money. And if you have a place where you're going to enjoy cooking, it's going to make it that much easier. So now, before we go see the new kitchen, I want to show you some before pics of before my kitchen was remodeled. So let's look at this one here. Here's a look at the kitchen. Now you can see that the cabinets are kind of an old style, that wood look. I have some older appliances. That oven there was barely working towards the end. The countertops are the old school linoleum and they're this like odd green color. And then the flooring was just that roll-on flooring that this color just was fading. It was looking pretty ugly. It was actually peeling up on the corners. Um, and so just keep in mind the look of this kitchen. If we kind of switch to this view, you'll see I had a little kind of a bar area, but that thing was so thin, it was only like 10 inches. It was unusable space because it was such a thin kitchen island kind of thing, whatever this was. And there was no overhang if you're looking at it going towards yourself. So you couldn't really put bar stools there because your knees just hit the wall there before you could even make use of the counter space. And if we look here, just another view of the kitchen, you see this, the sink over there. It's not an undermount. Um, and again, a better look at the what I thought was very ugly flooring. Um, and then the last view here is just kind of getting a better view, a different view of that kitchen island and the kitchen itself. So you'll see these colors I think are very outdated. The kitchen's very outdated. My house is an older home. It's, gosh, 50 plus years old. And so when I moved in, I had to do a lot of updating. So kitchen was definitely high on my list and I got that done. So now we are going to switch over to the kitchen. So I'll see you in a minute to reveal my remodel. And I hope you guys like it, get some ideas from it. And I'd love to hear your opinion on my kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen reveal. This is my remodeled kitchen. I am so proud of this kitchen because I put so much effort into it, so much time from beginning till end. You'll notice I went with the modern gray look and the countertops are lighter, which I recommend. A darker countertop would probably make your kitchen too dark. I think it's nice to make the kitchen bright and happy. I also got very quality cabinets. All these cabinets have these soft close. And if we walk over here, this is something I wanted. Before We had cabinets above the window, took those down, put shelving on each side so you could put your plants and knickknacks. Everything has can lighting, which I think takes away the bulkiness of something hanging down. Got a solar tube here to let natural sunlight in. The one thing I really wanted was some space and storage that I didn't have before, and that's what I came up with. What I came up with was this. This is my pantry, and you'll see we have fixed shelving up here. There's a lot of space, and we have 3 drawers that come out, slide back in, again, soft close. Everything's faced out. I worked in a grocery store, so all the labels are faced out. It's a habit of mine. Again, soft close here. Focusing on this, we have the oven that I went with a touchscreen. I think it's important to make everything match. It's modern. I wanted a modern oven without, the back here showing. I put in outlets wherever I could because it's nice to have those, appliances that you could plug in, charging your phone, things like that. Of course, you'll see the bar area, and I really love this. This allows, when I'm cooking, to interact with my guests, and it creates great communication, a great time. And then I went ahead and put in an exhaust fan. I thought this is a nice focal point in the kitchen as well. And if I burn a meal, which I do once in a while, I turn this on and it just takes the smoke away. It's very nice. It's very sleek looking. It's very modern. And so, if you look at the flooring, I went with laminate flooring, which is an inexpensive way to get that wood look, and you get a lot of options with color. And I think it just complements everything so well in this kitchen, which brings me to the last thing, which is the backsplash. So the backsplash, remember I said the original one that I brought, I did not like. I'm glad I brought it home. I would have been very unhappy with it, which means would have been unhappy with the whole kitchen. So when I brought this second one home, it matched perfectly. It tied everything in from the top to the bottom, and it was the nice last touch to this kitchen. And so I want to reveal to you the total cost of this kitchen, because I think being transparent is great. We talked about the average being $25,500. This kitchen was $20,000. That includes all appliances, everything from beginning till end. Again, I went with quality. I made sure to focus on that, as well as making sure it looks modern and appealing. Every person that comes to my house, this kitchen is the talking point, right? They love it, which makes me think if I were to sell it, a buyer is going to think the same way. They're going to walk in and be like, I want this. And so that's going to allow me to really play with the value of selling my home and what I can sell it for. And so thank you for joining me for this unique reveal video. Let me know what you think of my kitchen. I'd be very happy to see if you gave it 2 thumbs up, 1 thumbs up, what you would maybe do differently, like or don't like. And please subscribe to my channel. It's free. It gives you a different view, knowledge set. It's good to get different viewpoints, and I try to provide the best quality of those. So thank you guys so much. I just am so happy to reveal this kitchen. I worked so hard with it. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you next time on Mark's Finance and Fitness.